A warm welcome to all of you on this utterly glorious day. Positive vibes all around us, nigh on perfect conditions. There is a thrilling football match in prospect here, and we will be getting underway very shortly. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And that gets things running. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
It's going to be a tough ask, Peter, trying to get in behind this guy, Levi Colwill. He has to play in that kind of left-sided centre-back role. I think there he's at home. I think if you start moving him around a little bit more, then things can get a little bit shaky in his game. But when he's there, he's composed, he's impressive, and it looks like he can go on to greater things.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Messi. Kane. Oh, that's magnificent!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good. Very good. That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Chelsea are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Just eases him off the ball. And it's Messi. Lavia. James. Fernandez. He's in space and looking for options. Up he goes! Decent enough try.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Well, that is one way to stop him. And it's Messi. Kane. He's got the shot away. They fit. A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
It's the stuff you work on in the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Number 21. So that's two now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Colwill promptly onto that, and that is that. 2-0 ahead already. It's been an almost perfect start. And he cuts out the supply. Caicedo. Now James. Lavia. Chelsea looking to pass their way through. Messi. And here's Kane. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Rudiger. Ball is over the line. Looks to the other side. Out of play for a goal kick. Lavia. And he's managed to get rid. And no, that was never going to make it. For Pedro Neto. Rodri. Fernandez. Pinches it off him. Colwill. Lavia. Now he's off and running. James. Ball's gone out of play. Alexander-Arnold. Modric plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. 15 minutes till half-time. Hernandez. De Bruyne. Hernandez looking to hit the byline. He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
No, that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out.
Fernandez. Cucurella. Cucurella made a surge from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Colwill kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. The lead is extended still further. What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Colwill. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Messi puts his foot on the gas. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Shifted it to the flank.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Lavia. And Caicedo. Now it's Modric. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Foot in. Ruben Dias. Hernandez. And here's Kane. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, the contrast in fortunes here could not be much more stark. All smiles on one side, their qualities have shone through. But look across the other way, and there is nothing short of absolute deflation.
From the second 45 coming
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Changes made by neither side, from what we understand. James. Fernandez. Rudiger. Here's Rodri. Fernandez.
Well, Peter, he's looking particularly sharp.
And certainly on the hunt for his personal treble.
Yeah, and I certainly wouldn't go against that, although he may keep an eye on the bench for fear of being taken off.
It's a goal kick. Caicedo stood his ground strongly. That's a good ball out wide. Finds him. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score. And obviously, he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Fantastic save, Ter Stegen. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Ruben Dias. 3-0 the score, and very little to suggest that much is going to change. Alexander-Arnold. Modric. Quality ball. And it's Kane. And it's Modric. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Ruben Dias. That's Rudiger. Modric. Looking for the runner. Now it's Modric. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Kane. He could be in here. Cristiano fires the shot. He scored. And far away. No catching them now.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Chelsea choosing to make the first change.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Palmer. And it's Kane. Ruben Dias. Lavia gets over and intercepts. Palmer. Messi. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nkunku. Nkunku. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Pedro Neto. Kane.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Nkunku just eases him off the ball.
Substitution on the field. Number 19, Modric. Coming on to replace him is number 4,
And that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Palmer! No, that's just wide.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Colwell. Oh, what a mistake! Now then, the ball's come loose. Now Colwell. Sancho. Now James. Sancho. Messi, at his creative best. He set up 2 goals. And here's Kane. Caicedo did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Rodri. And it's Kane. Palmer.
There will be 3.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Look at the space here. Turns and goes back. Chooses to go back. Shot could be on. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Ribery. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Caicedo. And time is up. Well, that was a tale of 2 very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Kane picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Welcome one and all. We have perfect blue skies and quite a contest ahead of us. This really is a feel-good football match. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Opts to play it back. Johnson! And he's there to get it away. Pedro Porro. Ruben Diaz can get it clear. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, surely that deserved better.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Johnson wins the duel this time. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Modric. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, I suspect this guy, Pape Sarr, will form the team's engine room, whatever shape of the midfield. And I think the more you see of him now, the more he wants to be on the front foot, the more he wants to be in advanced positions and get himself around the penalty box. And I think if he starts bringing that to his game, he'll add another dimension.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. Now it's Kane. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Modric fiddles it through. Still goalless at the moment. Rodri. Modric. Kane. Looks to the other side. Hernandez. De Bruyne in acres of space out wide. Climbs up big! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Pedro Porro.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Modric can so cleverly bypass the press. Hernandez. Hernandez. Messi. Here's Rodri. And here's Kane. Kane! Chris, oh, he's been caught napping. Danso gets it clear. Looking for the run. Well timed, excellent interception. Alexander-Arnold. Hernandez. De Bruyne. Hernandez. De Bruyne. And he's there to clear it. And it's Messi. Solanke. Could move up a gear here. He could be in here. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Gray. He's played him through. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Van de Ven. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. Gray. It's Bentancur. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Alexander-Arnold. Rodri. Now Ruben Diaz. Hernandez. And he's picked out the run. Referee's given a throw. Rodri. And he's had a hit.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room.
And the half-time whistle goes. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains goalless.
That was the first half.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
And please welcome our lads to the field.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Tell. Gets a good foot in there. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That is good alertness. Gray. That's beautifully weighted. Goalkeeper's ball. Alexander-Arnold. Tell. That's a nicely measured pass. Saar. No way through, so back it comes. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Solanke. Oh, that's a fine challenge.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He can get that clear. Messi takes control of it and he's on the move.
For this match was
Almost an hour gone.
898.
Tottenham finding their passes. Saar. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner.
Substitution on the field.
Tottenham can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything...
Up for a header! Harmlessly behind.
I think it's a very fair effort, Peter, considering he didn't have much in the way of space to play with.
Alexander-Arnold. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Messi. And it's Modric. He'd have done well to reach that. Sarr.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. That is a great... It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Pedro Porro. Now Sarr. Son Heung-min. Always onto this. Ronaldo looks to get on the end of this. Udogi. Son Heung-min. That's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. This might... Son Heung-min! They've got to be quick to recover this. And he's quick to get it clear again.
Substitution on the field. Number 30, Benfica. Number 14, coming on the field.
And here's chance.
Number 15.
Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Solanke clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Solanke. Hernandez cuts it out. And now the breakaway. Van de Ven.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. There's the hit. It's in. That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal.
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders and tails are well and truly up.
After 83 minutes is...
An act of charity gratefully received. So the first goal of the game.
I think the danger for them now is fatigue. I think when the body tires, the mind soon follows. So concentration is key from here.
Out of play for a throw. Leading by just one goal and still some defending to do. So there's going to be another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Ribery. Rudiger. Now Ruben Diaz. I think we're just about done here. To Bruno Fernandes. And here's Kane. Bruno Fernandes. Kane.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Udogi. Great ball if he can get there. It's a mighty effort. And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Van de Ven. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Johnson carries the ball down the right. And that is that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Cristiano Ronaldo claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, I think the result was perfect evidence, Peter, that showed all departments of the team were working really well. You just can't complain with a scoreline like this.
I think we're just about out of time, so many thanks to Jim, and a very good afternoon to you.
Unlucky, lads. Let's hope for better luck next time.
Welcome one and all. We have perfect blue skies and quite a contest ahead of us. This really is a feel-good football match. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
And this is now today's lineup.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Luka Modric. He's someone, Peter, who reads the game that little bit quicker than everyone else. He's got fantastic technique too, and that allows him to weigh his through balls to near perfection, as well as keep hold of it when he's under pressure. He's a real leader out there, someone who can take control of the game and maintain it.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. So that's got things underway. And he was quick to react. FIFA. Spread neatly. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Rodri. Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold. And that is expertly dealt with. Steaming on goalwards. He's got tall. Harmlessly behind. Rodri. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Webster. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Alexander-Arnold. That'll be a throw. And here's De Bruyne. Kane. He's cut it out.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, that is one way to stop him. And he's managed to get free. He came in hard, very hard. He's shifting through the gears here. Rodri with the clearance. Well, that's been cut out, well played. And he welcomes it in. Cleared without hesitation. No goals as yet. Webster. Ah, he's given it away. It's Cristiano Ronaldo.
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
After 25 minutes is number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And it's De Bruyne. Kane! 30 minutes gone. The fullback is in acres of space here. There's the shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
Modric conjures time and space where few can. And here's Kane. De Bruyne! shot! And there's it again in double quick time. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky. It'll come your way.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Can he get away here?
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, that's a key interception. In with the challenge. Now it's Kane. Modric. Great defending, strong and determined.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. FIFA. And the referee brings the first half to a close. What's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may influence a change somehow, but don't hold me to it.
Things are looking good.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time. And the action is back on the way. So both teams emerge the same as they were before the break. And the keeper's got it again. Hernandez. Now De Bruyne. Hernandez. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And he cuts out the supply. Webster. Just no time to dwell on the ball there. Now it's Messi. Gets a good foot in there. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. FIFA. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Now then, the ball's come loose. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Kane.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Stood up well to him there. Now it's Kane. Modric. It's Modric! And the keeper couldn't hold it. That has been knocked clear. And it's Messi.
The attendance for this
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
150.
Rodri. That looks a good ball through. Face to face, great chance! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And they are pulling clear here. Swift, incisive, deadly, all done in a matter of seconds.
Quick, decisive and unerring. A textbook example of how to turn defence into counter-attack. That'll do for me every time.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, it looks like they just want to introduce a new focal point to the attack.
Substitutions taking place.
A case now of complete control. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Alexander-Arnold calmly anticipates. No surprise at all that this is the guy who's had such a positive impact.
Well, not only can a player of such high calibre show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when the pressure's on to deliver a big moment. This guy was born to create.
Now that's well seen too.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Alexander-Arnold. And here's Messi. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Welbeck.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, well played. And that could set him on his way. Oh, he's burst through. There's the hit. It's off target and by quite a way.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Substitution on the field. Number 19.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Coming on to replace him is number 4. Higuain. Substitution.
Toma. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Alexander-Arnold gets over and intercepts. Hernandez. And it's Kane. He's chosen to go back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of him. And the shots! Lacking in accuracy.
Well, I think a little eagerness just got the better of him. He may have been thinking about back page headlines there.
Substitution on the field. Number 7.
So there's going to be another change here.
Number 10. Messi. Coming on the field.
So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot.
Number 18.
FIFA.
Fernandez.
Webster. Can he latch on to this? Well timed, excellent interception. Hernandez. Kane does have his name on the score sheet, of course. And Alexander-Arnold.
2 added minutes has been.
And he's away.
indicated.
Bruno Fernandes. And the pass is intercepted. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. He's dealt with that really well. And it's been taken short. good read, needed to be. That's the end. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Kane claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Well, that's it from us.